everyone. Hi, guys.
Hey, Arya.
So
You made
I
it.
want to thank you so much for joining us on hour 30.
Yes.
We've completed the 30th hour and 5 minutes.
God.
Yes, it's been a Veve Fambam's been up for like 36 hours.
I've been waiting for you. I was like, if I go to sleep and he could show up, I'm gonna be so mad at myself.
Yeah, I had so many messages came through. By the way, Brooke, say hello to everyone.
Cool.
Yep, he's just messaged me 30 hours. All right. I won't be able to stay too long because I do have a huge task I really need to get done today for the month of August, and our up and coming decon's going to be good.
Can we learn what the task is?
Me, I basically use the weekends, the downtime to review all the major business operations, more like budgeting, forecasting forward. A key part of my job is to make sure that we're constantly reviewing what's happening in the market space, the sensitive around the whole KYC process. How many people have signed up, and the addition size. How many drops we need to release. You guys have obviously seen the amazing fantasy 15 numbers were significantly lower, to ensure that we keep the collectible true to its purpose. And another thing is, I was quite ill after come back from San Diego. I think I just over traveled. I had a terrible flu, which I just starting to recover. So a lot of catch-up emails. I mean, thousands. And I'm one of those persons try to respond to everyone one way or another. If there's something that there's something that I learned from other entrepreneur, and something I take it quite personally when people do take time to write. But please, you guys do need to stop sending me emails personally. It just help me reduce my workload a little bit. So that's what I generally do in the weekend. However, yesterday I was, going through all the comics that I acquire through Comic-Con. And that's probably my favorite part of the month. Go through the collectibles that I have. I did manage to get some really good score, not in terms of money value or anything, but really has some really good pieces I've just managed to acquire. So I was very happy with that.
Good. And what was one of your favorite pieces that you got from San Diego?
Across where our booth was, you guys probably know we had the Alex Ross, and then we had Todd McFarlane, the comic, the Spawn. So I managed to get all the Spawn cover I was missing, and I did manage to get the one of the Furion cover he did, the blank one with the gold sign. I was very, very lucky to have someone still in the line for me to get that. And the Alex Ross, it was amazing because you almost never see him in cons these days. I mean, he's super busy, one of the most talented artists out there. I did manage to get all 35 covers signed. And some of them got 98 CGC. So I got every Fearon cover. I'll show it off maybe in the next AMA. So I got all cover signed. Just absolutely amazing. Yeah, I was very happy with that.
Nice. Although, I have an Alex Ross as well.
30 kgs to bring it back of these books.
David, Did you ever end up getting that Fantasia piece that we had looked at?
Yeah, I didn't go back. I knew I was out of luggage space. I just couldn't do it. Yeah. So yeah, it was getting a bit crazy. But yeah, next time. And I'm really looking forward to London, Decon. Uh, and a couple of days ago, we had Patrick Hugh confirm that he will be swinging by our booth at Decon. So I think it's going to be absolutely amazing to have him, in our stand. Yeah,
That's Decon of London, right?
yeah, it is Decon London. And by the way, just for the viewer, everything in the bag doesn't mean it's coming to Veve, okay?
It doesn't mean it's not.
Yeah, I'm just happen to be at home office, and you guys will know regularly. I do change all my art toys. I do redisplay everything. I do play with the toys. I really think that they need to be played with. They somehow they have a meaning within themselves. So you do need to display them. So I do open one of the threes that I do acquire. And I do see Eva's got the Adam and Eve piece in the back there from Mighty Jack. That's a nice piece. Oh yeah, and we've got some Star Wars and some pop. Oh, got an Amazing Fantasy 15 on the pop. That's cool. Yeah. So anyway, what's been happening the last 30 hours? Give me some recap.
So, well, I
Can
have
we
to shave my
start with the
eyebrows.
number one thing?
Yeah, he's gonna shave his eyebrows.
That's gonna be the.
Randy's
You
gonna-
did?
Oh, I'm going
Not
to.
yet.
I have an acting gig that I have to do on Tuesday, so I have to wait most likely until after that's over.
Okay.
But then this all started.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. We just started streaming, and then it turned into wanting David Yu on here.
We've been waiting for you this whole time, David.
We've been waiting.
Yeah. Yesterday I was out of reach on full Wi-Fi as well. Yeah. By the time I knew you guys were live on the air, and I had no idea you guys would be on live on the air for this long.
Neither do we.
Didn't
It's
either.
worth the wait, 100%.
Actually, it just turned into a fun night, and then we just turned it into a fun thing about we need David Yu on here, and it was just playing around. But it's great that you showed up. We're really really thrilled to have you on here.
And Uncle Jeremy stopped by too. That was really awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. I got a text message from our legal this about 20 minutes ago. What did he say? What did legal say?
Oh God, what did legal say?
Are you going to join Wendy stream? He has
Wait, really?
26 hours plus. Apparently, he won't stop until you join.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to.
And I go, oh God.
Randy even said, like, don't bombard him and like bother him. I don't want him to like hate us for like bothering him all day long. So sorry if it was like annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we
No,
didn't.
you're good. Yeah, I thought
We just love you so much.
Yeah. And did you guys see that Fifi 500, that video?
Yes,
Going around?
that's amazing.
Amazing. And I think he put another piece out on a Star Trek ship. Yeah, that was a cool one as well.
Oh, where he was yelling out the window?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that one.
Yeah, we got some really good talent. And I think with the August update coming up, we'll, get fans to be more engaged in the social side of it. So hopefully, in the next 2 quarter coming up, we'll start to run competitions, things like that. We really want our fans to be recognized with all these effort that they put in. As something that we'll be announcing coming up.
Do we have a date for that August recap?
Not quite yet. I was quite unwell about a week ago, and I think Dan is just starting to get that winter flu here. So we'll try to get it out before the end of the month. There's still quite a bit of work we're going through at the moment. We will, all the fans that's listening out there, if you're not KYC, please go through the process. And we do recognize that there are some issues on the KYC side of things. We have noticed sometimes you can't upload the second page as smooth as you have, or the software don't recognize it. For those of you having problem with KYC, just follow the link on the email and read it carefully. Do please go on it. And if you can't upload something on your phone, use your desktop. Many people have found that the desktop version of the app is much easier to upload things, certain files and formats. And make sure that you are loading up the correct address and all the full details are there, because it is all about that machine learning, the AI that's capturing all the data. So if you're missing a lot of these, it's going to flag up, and all of these, we have tens of thousands of support tickets going out. So with your help, just make sure that you read the instruction, and please participate in the KYC, because we do want to keep all our fans, and with major drops coming up, we just don't want people to be missing out. I understand with the AF15, there was a major rush, days prior to the release, and quite a few people missed out because some of the new users, it take them up to 4 days before they can begin purchasing. So get your account ready. We just really want to get that conversion over a higher number than what we have right now.
Thank you for the alpha. Thank you for the info.
Yeah. And how did you guys find Comic-Con? Those of you did attend. It is.
We loved it.
Yeah. And hopefully in the next year or so, even maybe in New York, we'll see maybe other publishers, that such as DC will turn up. I think this year they sit out on it. So it'd be good to see. And I was very, very lucky. Myself and Dan, we were whole age. Managed to see some of sneak peek of what's coming out in the Marvel Metaverse saga. Phase 4, 5, and 6 coming out. So a lot of exciting things that's coming out from Marvel side. So we've got a lot of exciting products to be announced with it, hopefully.
So Marvel and Disney, and generally everyone usually uses stuff like Comic-Con in order to go and announce certain things. Do you think that we might expect announcements of drops and licensors on the Veve app at these Comic-Cons or at these designer cons?
You know what, the issue with the Comic-Cons is depending on who we are joining the event with. Obviously, with the Marvel, we wanted to make sure that everything's very Marvel-centric focus, that we're not losing, or advertising other brands on our booth. So when you came to the San Diego, you probably noticed it's very much all the screens and everything we have done is all pushed towards one. We kind of don't want to lose the message with our audience. And obviously, when you do go to the London show, it will be very centric and all artists and all related to that. And I think if you have updated your app, you'll see a new icon that the Artist Alley program is coming out. Our first release is coming out Monday. It is the one-of-one. It's kind of a blind type of auction. It goes for 4 days, so you can submit your bid. And once you do win that one-of-one, you will get an invitation to pay for that. And the reason why we have done that, so all our audience and yourself know, is that we just want to make sure that there's no dummy bids. People just bidding insane amount of money. At the end, when they win it, they're not going to pay for it. So we decided just to speed things up without the roadblocks, that we will do the blind bidding, and then the top bidders will get an email to invite to pay. And the marketing hopefully is about to go out for the first piece in the coming days. It will be our first test of that new mechanism. So do look out for Monday coming up on the first piece that's going to go up in the auction.
And after those 4 days, when that finally ends and the top bidders get the bid on the last couple of hours, is it like every 5 minutes that somebody bids, you get an extra 5 minutes at the end?
No, basically the blind bid, only you as a person who submit the bid in will know what value you put on, and we'll just select basically the top bid.
Okay.
Obviously, if someone put in 100 million, that person's not going to even get an invite for it. It's just a bit crazy. We'll just make sure that it is real. It's not, a bot bidding or something like that. Or, we don't think the person's going to go through with their final bid on it. But Monday will be the first of this new program that we're running. And ideally is that we're going to be running something every single Monday coming up. There will be a lot of mixtures of different artists that's already on Veve. Some of them will provide other utility value. For example, you will get that one-of-one in physical sign and edition mailed to you when you win that. Some of them, like the one that's coming up on Monday, will have other utility values outside of that NFT. And there will be a lot of our other major licensors that will participate. So some of the talents, as you know, the artists are extremely important. They're the people that brings these cover and comics and books or whatever we do, movie posters, whatever, to alive. So a lot of these artists will be credited. These will be their pieces that they're putting on. It's a new program we wanted to try out to see and get at what the market segment is. When I think I saw a sport. When sports is it? Possibly. Sports is another area that we're working out how we best see fit in Veve. And another section which I think constantly we bring up in the AMA was the music category. I really do think that the music that you once know of, like for example, your parent probably have purchased the Beatles music in an 8-track, have purchased that music in records, in CDs, and DVD. Now they're purchasing that same music in Spotify. There will be a new. We really believe there's a new way of music will be distributed, purchased in a different mechanism. I'm not saying it's Beatles. I'm just saying from your parent, that era, there's many, many changes and many new way of how music's being purchased. And there will be a new way that Veve wants to bring in to that. It's something that we've been working quite closely for some time, which we have bringing up as one of the major categories that we're looking to bring out to people.
Thank you very much for that. How much longer do we have before?
I'll do another 5-10 minutes. If you guys have some question you want to ask.
Yeah, if we want to start with Veve Fam Bam, because we're kind of here because of her. Any questions?
I'm not here for a week. Well, I already asked the question if he had bought that piece of art.
Oh yeah,
that Fantasia, but he didn't. But I just want to appreciate that you even showed up. You really didn't have to. We were just kind of having fun, but it's been an amazing day. And
yeah, that piece of Fantasia, it really is a remarkable piece. It's when Disney started to bring in this the Mickey and the animation and so on. So from that piece, it's have been very, very important to me. And straight away went back to our desk, and basically we ideally is that it is a remarkable piece of importance in the Disney history. So hopefully one day we will see something in that coming into Veve. I think we talked quite a bit about the Steamboat Willie. Why is it so important to our company? And Fantasia will be another really, really important piece. And I'd really like to see if we can bring that one day alive in Veve. And seeing that original artwork at Comic-Con is just stunning. The talent. So, everything I do go out and see and learn. I try to come back and think if how relevant it is in our app and how it should be positioned in our app, and what else can we bring. So apart from being Comic-Con, meeting all our fans, thanking everyone who joined us, a big part is to be there the most centralized way, where you have all these dealers and art galleries all centralized in one place, and you really see the interactions and you really see what's happening out there. And more important than ever is to see what's hot and what people buying. There's a lot of cool stuff that happened this year. Most comic dealers that I've spoken to, and there's dozens of them I spend hours with talking to. The industry as a comic in the secondary market have honestly boom. They went through a major huge swing cycle. So it's really good to see that as well. And I think Veve has brought out some important pieces. I think Groot, the first appearance, Groot in comic, came out days after the Amazing 15. I was very surprised. I was actually going to try to buy that original comic, and I didn't know it was coming out on Veve. I guess I just totally missed it in our Slack. And when I think when Alex or our media team posted, and I go, oh my god, something I did. I had no idea we were going to be bringing out. So it's really good to see that the teams are really putting a lot of effort to curate this beautiful programs for all of you guys.
Well, I'll let somebody else ask a question, but for that, I just wanted to tell you how much we do love you so much, and we appreciate you taking the time out of your day. You have so much going on, you have so much to do, and you're always making time for us, and we just wanted to
thank you.
I just wanted to say.
Veve Magic, you up?
I was wondering, I just did a video recently on Steamboat Willie, and I was wondering if you've received a physical yet.
I haven't looked at when was the video went up? Last couple of days?
Yeah, it was last week. I'll show you. Can I show you my physical?
Yeah, yes.
I think you said you got one, so I was wondering if it arrived yet.
Yeah. Oh yes, the big one. No, I haven't received my one. Yeah, we did place the order together.
Where is it?
Oh my god, that's huge!
Isn't he great?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, and I got mint 187 out of 3,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So sorry. There we go. Yeah, he's really cool. So I was just curious if yours arrived yet.
No, not yet. Yeah, it's probably somewhere in the email still. Wow, that's amazing piece.
Yeah, heavy and really, really well done. I'm thrilled with it. And I put the NFT next to it, and it looks so spot on. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Star Wars. Oh, I love Star Wars as well. Yeah, talking about Star Wars. Yeah, yeah, it's been becoming, bigger and bigger. Lots of good memory even when I was a child. And I think the first film I saw, and I think I must be about 9 or 10 years old, um, was Empire Strike Back, and that, first time seeing it, it just stuck in my memory. I just couldn't shake it off, and ever since, just become a Star Wars fan and that. So yeah, it was very good to see. And we do have a lot more Star Wars stuff coming up in the premium range as well. And I just want that our fan understand that we do hear you, and we do know, and we're learning the patterns, and we're learning what's right, what's wrong. A lot of the stuff that we have produced in the past, is everyone know, has been in different poses, and obviously what you see today, they not technically produced like today. There has been production pipeline and the cadence being put in. So some of the stuff that, if our audience does see repeat patterns, what we're trying to do, we are trying to change all that. We are trying to bring out more different type of collectible. We understand the importance of the audience, what you guys want to see. But a big part of that is that we also do want to make sure that there is enough product out there to satisfy the demand, and to ensure that, and it is very, very hard to select one specific pose for that figure to represent that figure. I mean, you guys will know Darth Vader, Boba Fett, there are many, many signature moves. It's very difficult to go, well, this is it. We're only going to do one type for this guy because all he does is this in the film. So I just want everyone to understand that we are doing our best to try to come up more original content, so it's not so repetitive. But you will always get these key massive releases, which we think is important, because it's going to be very hard for us to go back and just do another Darth Vader. It's very unlikely. There's just so many other characters out there. So we want to make sure that that character really stay true when we release it as a first appearance. And it's very difficult to choose just one post to be his first appearance in it. Coming up, in the quarters coming up, you will see a lot more, even more premium product surrounding each of these different licensing franchise. We really try to level up every single time, and really wanted to push that augmented reality quality to the next level. When we built this app years ago, AR, a lot of you guys will know that people don't really even believe in it, and now you start to see and live around with these characters. They're just going to get better and better. So when you get up close to it, you're just going to see, full details of these characters that you love, or vehicles as well.
Eva or anyone else? I mean, I have a bunch of questions out the get-go, but if anyone else has any.
I
have
have
one
any
more
more.
after her.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say I don't have any questions, but I also wanted to say thank you so much for coming to this live. It's my first time doing a live with you, so it's really a pleasure. And thanks again for taking the time out of your day.
Thanks.
David Yu, as a collector, how are you doing, man? AF-15 has been crazy, right? And you're probably one of the few people in the world that own, I don't know what you own. I'm just guessing you have a secret rare Spider-Man, but you have the secret rare comic, the Spider-Man, and the IRL. That's pretty crazy. I'm guessing you thought about that, and we were talking about the private group. Have you, that's just a cool collection to own. What do you think about
that? Yeah, I mean, I don't actually have a say what comics coming out, because if I wanted the comic come out, I will have first appearance of Iron Man. I will have a whole list of everything. Um, the publishing in Marvel comic does have a major impact behind what comes out, and because they have a team that QA a program around importance, the dates, and obviously we are celebrating 60th anniversary of Spider-Man, and the drop date. If you guys follow Veve quite closely with her, you will notice that it was our anniversary date with Marvel. August the 8th, the 9th is basically when we first launched 12 months ago. And it is way, I guess, to thank our audience and, Marvel is really giving us that opportunity to release a key piece from their comic library. I didn't actually see the color variants. I don't get too involved these days on the final selection of the covers or what's coming up, but I was very satisfied to see some of the color variant came out. I was very, very surprised the edition run is so tight, so small. And the reason behind it is that we do want to celebrate that with a bit of scarcity. And that comic on its own is a very, very difficult piece. And with all the dealers that I've spoken to, I do have to say every single one of them have told me the importance of the AF-15. It is one of the most liquid piece of comic book that you can own. If you know comic very well and you collect comics, it's almost a master, one of those piece collectors try to own. It's one of those pieces that is frequently traded in the secondary market as well. It's what they call a very liquid comic. There's always going to be a massive demand for that comic compared to other comic #1 issue or the first appearance or something, simply because the significance behind that whole thing. So it is definitely, one that everyone's going to be looking for, especially collectors from the physical world is now trying to get the digital version of that comic. And if you own a copy of that original AF-15, it's very unlikely that you will be reading it through it. So the Veve version really allow you to live through the pages and read the story, without damaging it. So yeah, it is an importance. And we'll continue to bring out key issues without a doubt. So, yeah.
No, thank you for answering. Thanks for Andy for hosting. And what a great book.
And I have
Did
a follow-up question.
You obviously have a secret rare because I see your name, Nicholas.
Yeah. Well, I was the one that added you about the group, and then so you DM'd me about joining it. Yeah, so I hit it on drop. Luckily, I don't think I could have afforded it. So, thank you.
Yeah, what's the price going for now? I haven't checked yet.
It's about 20K, 22K.
Wow. Yeah, but I mean, you'd be paying much more than that in the real copy. I mean, 20K wouldn't. I don't think 20K will even get you a copy, even in any grade. I think even like a 1 point something is going for up to 50,000 US. A 1.5, 1.8, or 2. So it is very sought after. I have seen one of the dealer did tell me like a 7 something went for a 1 million or 1.2 in a private sale few weeks back. Because you do have to keep in mind with comic book, it's not just about the grading system; it's also the colors and the provenance. Some of these have pedigree grades. 1.8 is a 33K. Yeah, so consider that. One of these I mean, 22,000 is not a small money. I wasn't expecting it will shoot up that fast in the space of time. Yeah, but I must try to locate a copy myself sometime.
Hey, David, I have a
Okay,
quick one for you.
Yeah.
So last year it was kind of like a running joke, like when Viviverse, that's gonna happen in the near future. But after this year, and seeing what you guys did with Marvel, and how you guys were just right up there with at Comic-Con, have you started to kind of brainstorm when I meant VVCon, not Viviverse. I'm sorry. Have you started to brainstorm what a VVCon would look like with
Yes. During the San Diego Comic-Con, I was invited to a private party held by one of the toy manufacturers and toy distributors. I won't name which one. It's a very, very exclusive event, and it really, honestly blew my mind. It's probably the most insane fan engagement experience I ever seen in my life. It's a level 90,000. I think the text message I sent back to Dan back at the Airbnb was, I'm currently at this party and there's like level 900,000. The amount of energy, the passion for the brand and the followers, it's just huge. And my takeaway from that was we basically need to build a fan base in that level, and because of that, we are starting to look at how we reward and how we engage with our fans. And like going back to earlier conversation was that how can we get you guys help us do more social? I mean, the Fifi 500 is a perfect example. And I think a lot of these AR artworks or showroom artworks that users have put together is coming out. We really like to see how we can be rewarding and how we could run competition, how we could run event to celebrate that. Because a lot of you guys have spent tremendous amount of time putting that together. And how can we bring that in real life, part of that whole Fifi con experience, part of that gathering, and share that energy? Because I think, I love to learn how that guy put that together. I mean, that is, just the amount of energy and passion to put that together and even thought about it. These are very, very creative. So going back to the question is, it is yes. With all this Comic-Con events I've been, all these things, I have learned a lot from this last trip that brought a lot of learnings that we need to level up a bit more.
Thank you for the answers. Before you go, there's one more thing. If you have the choice of putting your money on either collectors that really love these characters and it means something to them, or the investments and hedge funds and big whales that are going to try to buy it from them, who do you put your money on? Who's going to win at the end of the day?
In real life, you probably know, Randy, that a lot of the hedge funds purchase these comics and collectibles, and we do get emails from hedge fund or so-called whales and collectors out there about acquiring certain pieces. We obviously don't influence or have or market make these things. I mean, what you see in the secondary market is organically, naturally users bid against each other to acquire these pieces. But to answer your question, do we think the collectors or the hedge fund? I think a lot of these hedge fund, when they acquire the comics or collectibles, they are a collector themselves and they see the significance reason behind the pieces while they purchase it. I do have to say the hedge fund tend to go for very high price position piece. It's all about scarcity. Some of the hedge fund, they own stamp collections. I have spoken to a couple of them. Most of the one that I do know, a lot of them have funds buying up NFTs and branded products, and some of them have acquired. Just our audience should know, we do have companies email us to see if they can do a KYC as a corporate account rather than individual, which is something that Veve right now don't offer. Right now we do the KYC, knowing your customer. I do believe we are going to try to bring a KYB, knowing your business. So some of these accounts that individual are holding are actually assets for companies. So we do know that there are business holding these assets or digital NFTs and Veve as a corporate account. So and you will start to see more and more coming out. And those are, I do have to say that they are going to be serious money because they're looking for the pyramid of the top collectibles, and not saying they will only buy the most expensive and the most rare, but I think they're going to be acquiring things that they think is significant for them.
I agree.
Yeah.
As anything you wanted to say to everyone else before you bounce to the 300 that are watching?
Yeah. Thanks for putting this up. I hope you guys going to get some sleep. I really come up because 30 hours is crazy, and I just want you guys to go to bed. And yeah, I got a big day. We've got a lot of exciting things coming up. Monday next week is our first one-of-one going up in auction. Please help retweet it, help spread the word out there. It's going to be a fun program. Monday will be something that we put up as like a test in a way, just to see if the mechanism works and so on. And I see someone put a KYB confirm. Not yet. We're working.
Oh, okay. Disregard.
Yeah, we're working around how we're going to do that. We're still going to speak to legal and the team how to implement that. But there's a lot of things that we want to do, but sometimes it doesn't happen straight away.
Thank you so much. We're all here because of you, and we thank you, and we love you, and we're really proud of you.
And are you going to go? Is any of you guys going to London next month?
We'll see you there.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. I mean, I haven't been to Decon in London, so I do believe it's going to be fun. We've got some cool lineup coming up. I only saw the release schedule about a week ago, and we are hoping all the artists that's on our wish list is going to all come true. There's a lot of new talents coming up.
Let's go. What karaoke song will you be singing at the after party?
There's an after party.
Always.
Breaking news.
Yeah. I don't know. Dan's good at karaoke. Dan. Yeah. We'll see. I'll probably sing some classic stuff. We're gonna try to do the decon a bit different this year than what we did with Anaheim last year as well. Obviously, we took a lot of learnings from that. And we're going to hopefully we're going to put on a good show. But it's going to be a very, very different vibe than what Comic-Con is. I just want we're going to be more chill out. It's not going to be super corporate. The front facing is more artistic. It's about celebrating artists out there and design toys. Just and look out, we got Patrick Hughes coming up. We got our giveaways. Both myself and Dan will be there answering questions. We're gonna sit out a lot of time slot to be there, meet with you guys. I think our marketing team is putting something after the shows. So looking forward to see you guys there.
Awesome.
And it's only a few weeks.
Do you prefer hugs or handshakes?
Both. Yeah, fist bumps, whatever, elbow bump. We're pretty good. But hopefully COVID will get much better. By the time we see what the event venue is required. But overall, I think Comic-Con demonstrated really well. Everyone was vaccinated, and all the fans had the mask on. If not majority, I think 99.9%. It was a very safe environment. I think it just the amount of travel time to get there for us was insane. But London is double the length for us. We had like multiple flights. We'll hopefully we'll survive through that and the jet lags. Yeah.
Copy that. Thank you very much.
Any more last minute question? Happy to help.
I just wanted to know.
A question, not a question, but I'm a YouTuber for the Hispanic speaking community, Spanish. Yeah. So can you say a hi to the Hispanic people?
I know the Spanish community is a huge collective fans, for Veve. I just want to say thank you so much for everything you guys have put behind us. Thank you again. We're so humbled that you guys are part of this whole family, this whole Veve. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask what you thought of the recent newcomer. Well, he's been around, but he's making headlines with his videos, Metaverse Life, his AR videos that are like, have you seen any of those yet?
Was he the one that did the car racing as well?
Yeah, he's done like half a dozen or so, and they're incredible. I mean, he's taken AR to a completely new level, right?
Yeah, absolutely amazing. And I've been following. I don't really follow many people on Twitter. I did follow. It's like my 8th following. So absolutely amazing. Like I say, we really want to start to run competitions on best of something. We are working with some of our licensors to come up with ideas how we can really celebrate those type of passion in the community. That is absolutely amazing.
Well, let me just say thank you, David. I wish that we had Randy Chavez shave his eyebrows right now since you're on, but
we'll have to do that at some point, today or Wednesday. I'll let you all know.
Yeah.
But thanks to that, and the only thing I would maybe put a suggestion in there. You probably already have this, but I realized I was reminding a lot of friends to get on for the drops. And I wish that Veve had a notification for the drops coming, or maybe a text message.
Yeah, we do have that function, and I do believe there was some error. It is definitely on the pipeline to set reminder for us to update that. I did remember a year ago when we were doing these drops, the reminder will only come up after the drop. So I think that bug's getting fixed. There's a few other things I think Dan really wants to get it out, and then all these small little bugs that on the fix on the time things, alerts, but will be coming. I think a major part he's really want to get underway is the search side of things. And then, obviously from there's people asking for languages, all these other things will come up as well. So we're still very young. I think most of the users out there forget that we are only in our year 2 in the business, really live. And it's because all the communities around to keep us keep this business going, and we do want to bring out more and more cool collectibles. So do watch out what's coming out for Decon. Even for the month of September, there's a lot of cool stuff, and I think that's why we have no release today. We just want everyone to get a break. And another major thing is, please, if you haven't done your KYC, please complete that. And if you upload the incorrect information, instead of just pushing support, try to upload it on the web, and just read the instruction carefully. The idea is to look at all your documentation, look at it twice, and submit it once to get that success. I think most of the guys, you guys on here, if there's friends of yours out there asking for support how to do the KYC, please do help them, because our support right now is just going through an insane time, including myself. I'm trying to reply a few customers every now and then just to help them get through. And most of the time, it's just user error. I just want you guys to know. Read it twice, submit once. That's the goal.
And I don't know if you got Rewind Collective's message, asked about the Pride Tour drop. Is that a priority? Is that be like, hey, when we can get it? That might not happen.
Yeah. I learned about the airdrop just like how you learned it on Twitter.
Oh, all right.
I will be speaking to them this coming week,
Sure.
and see what we have coming. Apparently, they did tell me in an email out of. I honestly, I get thousands of email. I tried to skim through them as fast as I could. I apologize to the Rewind team that maybe I missed something on this airdrop. Generally, I don't miss anything when it's free, and especially a free airdrop. So I'll be reviewing that and just to see what we can do. Man, but that is very, very generous of them if they're going to do a drop for the fans out there. And I still need to understand if it's for the people who own the Pride, the second one, or...
It's either or.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said either or.
Yeah, so I need to have a look at it, because you guys will know the whole idea of these is to make the airdrop piece still have some sentiment value around it. So I just wanted to make sure that the edition run's not going to be too out of reach, or maybe we'll discuss with them if there's a couple of different designs we could do. But it's definitely something I will be communicating with their collective next week, and hopefully we get an outcome, a good positive outcome. But it is something new I learned when I got up, I think yesterday morning or the day before, when I'm going, there's meant to be an airdrop. Yeah. And listen, we just get so many emails coming in. And we apologize if we missed it somehow. It's not intentionally. Yeah, I know. So it's not just our fans go on Twitter to tell us. Our licensors now go on the Twitter and tell us what needs to be heard. So yeah, we do the best we can.
Thank you.
Y'all are doing amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, David.
I hope you guys get some time back for your weekend, get some sleep. The whole idea of coming on here, so Randy, yeah, I'm on live, so you get some rest, guys.
David's coming on here to tell us to go to bed.
Yeah, I'll try not to do this as often. Tell legal this was not the intention.
No.
Tell
We're
all the
honestly
streamers
proud of that.
listening, if you stream 30 hours, it doesn't guarantee David Yu comes on, just so you all know.
Yes.
Yeah, please don't do that. I mean, health well-being is very important, and I just really understand how passionate you guys can be, and we wouldn't be here because without you guys. So we do see it is important. I like you to know I make this appearance because you guys are just really wonderful people that's been supporting this whole community. You are very important to us, but we do want to make sure everyone, you guys do get the rest you need over the weekend. But in the meantime, I'm going to be working the next 15, 20 hours just to get through all the importance of what the rest of August and September coming. We on the Q3, Q4. There's some major milestone we need to achieve as well. And I'm really looking forward to that. And I'll see you guys in London.
See you in London. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let
Peace
us know
out,
if you need
David.
help.
So much for stopping by.
Bye.
Thank
We
you.
love you. We
Thank
love
you.
you. We love you.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye-bye, Dashi.
I'm going to be off. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happened.